Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And today, next topic of organic chemistry is hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is type of resonance. Like resonance, you have already studied that it will causes the delocalization of pi electron. In hyperconjugation, the resonance is caused by due to sigma bond with adjacent empty p or partially filled orbitals or pi bonds. That is, we can say that hyperconjugation is type of resonance is the stabilizing interaction that results from the interaction of the electrons in a sigma bond, usually carbon-hydrogen or carbon-carbon bonds, with an adjacent empty or p orbital or a pi orbital to give an extended molecular orbital that increases the stability of the system. Resonance increases the stability. This will also increases the stability. Here the stability is again increases due to the delocalization of pi electron, and this increase in stability is the fact that here the resonance is produced. The sigma electrons are when conjugation with p orbital or pi orbital. On the basis of valence bond model of bonding, hyperconjugation can be described as double bond and no bond resonance. Here, very important term is this type of resonance involves double bond and no bond. The sigma bond is broken down and the hydrogen or carbon atoms are not set to free to move. के सिग्मा बॉन्ड ब्रेक होने के बाद कार्बन हाइड्रोजन या कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड सेट नहीं होते, यानी ये फ्री टू मूव नहीं होते, बॉन्ड खत्म हो जाएगा. Therefore, this type of bond is also called as no bond resonance. Now we discuss the difference between hyperconjugation and resonance. Hyperconjugation already defined that here sigma bonds are in conjugation with double bond or p electrons, and in resonance the pi electrons are in conjugation with another pi electrons or with the p orbital. The difference between hyperconjugation and resonance can be explained in this way, that in covalent bond there are two types of bond can be observed. Covalent bond, there are two major types of bond can be observed. They are the sigma bond and pi bond. You already know that sigma bond is the single electron bond and the pi bond is double bond or multiple bond. A single bond is always a sigma bond. A double bond is composed of sigma bond and a pi bond. So this is also one known fact that single bond is always sigma bond. Always sigma bond means that the electron density is confined between the two nuclei, and the double bond is composed of sigma bond and pi bond. It means that double bond consists of two types of bond, sigma and pi. That is, the one electron is fixed and the other electron can be delocalized whenever p are double bonds. However, both types of bonds are formed due to overlapping between atomic orbitals. The term hyperconjugation and resonance are used to describe two methods involved in stabilizing molecules. And this is the very important thing, that these types of bonds are due to overlapping of atomic orbitals. Overlapping means the combination, and this combination is if parallel, then pi bond, and if linear, then it is the sigma bond. And this type of overlapping is important for explaining the hyperconjugation as well as resonance. The main difference between hyperconjugation and resonance is that hyperconjugation involves the interaction between sigma bond and p orbital. The main difference is this one. Here sigma bonds are delocalized with p orbital or p electrons, while in resonance involves interaction between the pi bonds and p orbital, whereas in resonance there is only interaction between the p orbitals and the pi bonds. Explanation of hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is considered as special case of resonance. Here the resonance is special case. Special case is that the sigma bonds are involved. Hyperconjugation involves delocalization of sigma electrons of carbon hydrogen bonds of an alkyl group which is directly attached to atom having pi bond to an atom with unshared p electron. Therefore, this is called as the special type of resonance. Here, the resonance is created between the sigma electrons as well as with the conjugation with pi bond or p orbital. Hyperconjugation is permanent effect. This permanent effect can be explained with the example of ethyl carbocation. The ethyl carbocation consists of CH3, CH2 positive. Here the CH3, CH2 positive, this hydrogen, this hydrogen, when it loses electron with its adjacent carbon atom, and these electrons comes parallel with empty p orbital of another carbon atom or carbocation. Here the electron density can move between the two carbon atoms. You can see here the p orbital lobes are parallel to each other, and this parallel lobes can create the resonance or delocalization of the pi electron, or you can say that this delocalization of pi electron here creates the double bond, and this double bond is termed as resonance or hyperconjugation. In ethyl carbocation, the positively charged carbon atom has an empty p orbital. One of carbon hydrogen bond of the methyl group can lie in the plane of this empty orbital, and the electron responsible for establishment of this carbon hydrogen sigma bond can then delocalized into empty p orbital. You can see the example carefully. This is the ethyl carbocation. This hydrogen atom, when loses its pi electron, this lose of pi electron will create the negative charge in the carbon atom, or this lose will create here the electron density of double bond or lone pair to carbon atom. These lone pairs can be delocalized here in the form of double bond, and this hydrogen is not free to move to another carbon atom or to leave the system. Therefore, the first resonating structure is formed. Similarly, another hydrogen atom can also involve, and when this hydrogen atom involved, there is no bond is disappear, and this bond will produces the double bond like in the structure number 1, and the second structure will be formed. And in the third case, the third hydrogen ion or third hydrogen atom of the ethyl carbocation will lose its electron, and this loss of electron will produces another double bond, and this double bond produces the third structure or third resonating structure. You can see that here the carbocation is bonded with one alkyl group or one methyl group. There are 3 hydrogen atoms. These 3 hydrogen atoms can involve in the resonance. Therefore, 3 resonating structures can be formed, and all these three resonating structures are the hyperconjugation or no bond resonance. Structure 1, 2 and 3 are known as hyperconjugation structures. It may be noted that those free protons are not completely detached and therefore not free to move. These protons, you have seen that these protons are not free to move and these protons are not detached. Detached means this proton cannot leave the carbocation or the ethyl center. Let us take another example of hyperconjugation in olefins. In some alkenes and aryl arenes, the hyperconjugation is also well known. Here the hyperconjugation is alkyl arene is well known. For example, hyperconjugation in propene is as follow. Look here, this is the propene, and the hyperconjugation is created. The sigma bonds of the terminal carbon atom are methyl group. Here the electrons first of all loses by the hydrogen atom, and this loss of electron will produces the carbocation or hydrogen ion, and these electrons which are produced by the hydrogen ion and they are deposited here in the form of double bond. This double bond will shift it to the next carbon atom in the next way, and this will shift it in the next carbon atom and they will produces the another carbocation. Like in the structure 2, the second hydrogen atom will loses the bond and it will again produces the double bond, and in the next structure the third hydrogen atom is involved in the bond formation. Then we can say that in olefins the hyperconjugation exists. In the first example, hyperconjugation is explained in carbocations, and in this example the hyperconjugation was found in the olefins. Next is significance of hyperconjugation or importance of hyperconjugation. Number 1, hyperconjugation causes shortening of carbon-carbon single bond adjacent to multiple bonds. The normal carbon-carbon single bond length is 1.54 angstrom. However, in some compounds such as propene, it is little shorter. The reason is being the presence of some double bond character in carbon-carbon single bond due to hyperconjugation, and this hyperconjugation decreases the single bond length. So the stability of propene increases. Next application is stability of carbocation. The stability of carbocation increases with increase in number of alkyl groups attached to the positively charged carbon atom. It means that there is more alkyl group, there will be more hyperconjugation, more sigma bonds are involved for the hyperconjugation. Just like see the example of tertiary butyl carbocation, the isopropyl carbocation, ethyl carbocation and methyl carbocation. First of all, in methyl carbocation there is no hyperconjugation, since there is no such electrons are available that can be delocalized with this empty p orbital, and it has the least stability. You have seen that in ethyl carbocation these three hydrogen atoms can take part in the resonance. Therefore, it has the three resonating structure or three canonical form. In isopropyl carbocation, there are two alkyl groups, two methyl groups are attached with the carbon atom, and these two methyl groups can produce the 6 resonating structure. And in tertiary butyl carbocation, there are 9 hydrogen atoms which can take part in the resonance. Therefore, it has a 9 resonating structure. Hence, you see that the stability of tertiary butyl carbocation is highest from the other carbocations. It is due to fact that methyl carbocation does not have any hyperconjugation. They have no any hydrogen ions which can be in resonance with the other atoms. However, ethyl carbocation, isopropyl and tertiary butyl carbocations have hyperconjugation effects, help in stabilizing the molecule, and this hyperconjugation is important for the stabilization. The more the hyperconjugation structure, the more stable is the carbocation. Because of the same reason, the stability of free radicals also follow the order. Here, the hyperconjugation effect is also found in the free radicals. The tertiary free radical or tertiary butyl free radical has the highest stability than secondary and primary free radicals. And next application is relative stability of alkenes. Alkenes containing greater number of alkyl groups on doubly bonded carbon are more stable due to hyperconjugation. It means that highly substituted alkenes which have greater number of hydrogen atoms are more stable. Look at this alkene. This alkene here, the double bonded carbon atom is bonded with 4 alkyl groups. This alkene, the double bonded carbon atom is bonded with 3 alkyl groups. In this alkene, the double bonded carbon atoms are bonded with the 2 alkyl groups. And here, the double bonded alkene carbon is bonded with only 1 alkyl group. Therefore, you have seen that the stability orders that highly substituted alkene is the more stable, and the ethylene which have no alkyl group bonded with the double bonded carbon atom, it has the least stability. So we can say that the more substituted alkenes have more hyperconjugation, and this more hyperconjugation increases its stability as compared to alkenes which are less substituted. The stability order of highly substituted alkenes are well explained with the help of hyperconjugation. Any question, please?